It feels like you're trying to love someone or be with someone who treats you like an enemy. It feels like a courtroom and you are both opponents. And the mind F of it is they say they love you and they care about you, but in reality, you're their enemy. They're projecting their past, like their childhood, or all the people who've hurt them and cheated on them. They're projecting that onto you. So it doesn't matter what you say or what you do when they're in this thinking of that you're all wrong, that you're bad, and they're the good ones. So that's called splitting when they are treating you like you've done something bad because you made a mistake. Because their view of love is that you should be treating them like you're happy with them 24/7. And so the second that you're unhappy with them, they think, well, they must not love me because they need to love and accept me all the time, no matter what. So when you start treating them and being upset with them, they think, okay, if the person really loved me, then they wouldn't be upset with me. Because they're supposed to be all loving and all accepting 24/7 all the time. It's like they expect you to be their parent. You feel like their parent and you're with a child. And the other thing that happens is reverse. They get in this place of where they're better than you and they're so demanding, critical, and hard on you, where it feels they're the parent and you're the child, and they're so demeaning. So I've been through both of those situations, and both are horrible because you can't have a normal relationship with a personality disordered person because they see you as an opponent and an enemy. So when you get into these conflicts with them, do not try to change their mind. Accept that, hey, I accept that's your perspective. My perspective is different, and leave it as there. Because when you argue with them, you're going to get triggered. It's going to pull on your inner resources that you barely have anything of, anyways. So you need to protect your energy, protect your inner resources. Because when you try to change their mind and tell them what really happened, that's your perspective. You just need to maintain a hold of that and know what that is and believe in your own perspective, not the whole BS that they're spinning, because when you try to change their mind, it's going to take away from your own energy. And like I said, it's probably going to trigger you. And then you're in this really intense, heated thing where really anything can happen. They're triggered, you're triggered, God only knows what's going to happen. And it's going to wear you down even more. So protect yourself by accepting this is how a disordered person thinks. They're treating me bad because I didn't fold the laundry or something stupid and meaningless, because I'm not smiling at them 24/7. And how they view and feel and think about me is not real. How I view and think about me is what's real. I'm not going to let a person who probably has a personality disorder make me feel bad about myself. No one can take you down a few notches unless you let them. You care more about what they think about you than what you think and feel about you. So when they start to devalue you, you just need to get into the headspace of, well, that's how they feel and think about me, and they're really a pretty effed up person, and I'm not going to let that bleed over into how I think and feel about me. I'm going to maintain my own sense of self-respect and high value no matter how they feel and think about me. I'm going to do my best to not let it affect me, and I'm going to surround myself with people who care and love me. And when they start getting into this place of treating me like an enemy and opponent, I'm going to disengage. Because when they are peppering you with questions and they're asking you, it feels like they're cornering you with questions, like you're in a boxing ring. This is what a lawyer does in a courtroom. And that's how they're treating you. It feels very destabilizing. So the best thing to do is cut it off, distance yourself, get out of these conversations before you get triggered and more is taken from you. And keep holding your head up high, because you know who you are. Deep inside somewhere, you do know who you are. You do know that you deserve to be cared about and treated respectfully. But it may have been happening so long that maybe you lost sight of that. But I'm telling you now, you do deserve to be treated with kindness, decency, and respect. No matter how they're treating you. And they're treating you that way because they're projecting the past into right now. So real relationships should feel safe and you should feel cared about. You shouldn't feel like you're an opponent, like the person you love is your enemy. And the crazy things about being with a covert narcissist is they're so different on the outside than they are at home. They're so kind and they communicate and they're caring about everyone else but you, and yes, it hurts, and it's utter bullshit. But if someone is seeming like two different people, what is that telling you? The duality there. No one can be two different people. People are a lot more consistent than that. Only manipulative, two-faced people act like that. So let that be another sign, that's showing you, yeah, yeah, they're probably a covert narcissist. And what am I going to do? What am I going to start doing so that I can build myself up and do what I need to do to protect myself and get relationships that I'm actually deserving of? And no one's going to get it. I get it. We all get it. But no person out there is going to get it, because a lot of people, if they're with narcissists, they don't even know. They definitely don't have the words to talk about it. But you're here, so that means you're starting to reach out, and you want to get help, and you want to be healthier, and you want to start to take care of yourself. And that's amazing. So here's to being your greatest, most amazing, badass self. No one's going to get it. And you know what? Who cares? You get it. That's what matters. Continue to maintain your own sense of self and your own inner strength by disengaging when it feels like you're their enemy. And don't believe the words, oh, I love you. Someone can't treat you like an enemy and love you at the same time.